Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Got the compact back in the workshop now after the drift day. Need to fix two problems. The first one being the top thread hose, and the second one being the power steering cooler. So the issue that I had with the top thread hose, which was at pod, was, you can see, but in essence, this little part of the top hose broke off, which meant the seal, which is in here, had nothing to hold it in. So it was literally just, this just pushed itself out, and obviously it spat while it's cooling out. So I've got a new one of these now. So that fixes that problem. And the next one is the power steering cooler, which seems to be woefully ill-equipped to cool the power steering fluid down on a drift day. So I've got a Mocal cooler, which is just down here, which I'm going to fit as my power steering cooler. Might be a little bit of overkill, but I had it spare, so I might as well use it. If I just bring you back to the table, what I've started to do is started to cut out a section of the middle of the bumper support, because I'm planning to put the oil cooler behind this bumper support. So in essence, this hole is just to allow me to flow some air to that power steering cooler. So I just need to trim a little section off here, and that should be good. And next, we've got some steel just to make up some brackets to hold the cooler on. Probably going to try and reuse some of the mounting points for the AC fan. So I've got 4 points here to pick up from, so I'll just reuse those, bolt across to those 4, and then mount the cooler in the middle. And obviously that cutout in that front bumper support will allow me to flow air through the bumper support and through that oil cooler. So that's the plan anyway. So let's get going. Just finish trimming this first. Right, okay, so the brackets have been made now for the oil cooler. So they literally come just across the bottom of that oil cooler there, and then there's 2 separate brackets which pick up just those 2 points there. So I'll trim the top of these just to make it look a bit neater, and then just give them a coat of paint so they don't rust. So now I just need to trim down the original OEM hoses, and then route some new hose from both of these two back to the steering rack and the oil reservoir. So let's take you back round to the front. So this is the OEM oil cooler, and as I mentioned before, it doesn't really seem up to the job of cooling down the power steering on a drift day. So really simple to install. Literally just gonna cut that one off, and then join that one to the new oil cooler, and then that's the return. And that'll be it. I want to use this bottle to try and catch some of the fluid which is going to come out. I've got some 1/2-inch barbed fittings, just kind of male to male joiners. Okay, so I've measured and cut the hose to size. The fitting's now on. Just need to connect up the other side, and that's one hose done. Right, I'm going to try and reuse the kind of OEM air ducting for the radiator to try and use this little bottom piece to flow some air through the oil cooler. So I'm just going to trim around it to try and make a section which is small enough to fit in that insert for the bumper support. Right, I've finished the ducting for the oil cooler now. So again, I've just cut and reused part of this OEM ducting just to feed air through the oil cooler. So I've used it in the bottom and just a little piece on the top there. The oil cooler is now mounted in. I've also cut some holes out in the bumper just to again feed air through there. So they're the holes in the front bumper. Just need to neaten up the cuts a little bit, but they're not too bad. So yeah, I'm going to put the top radiator hose in, put the bumper and stuff back on again, and then I'll give you guys a look of what it looks like all back together again. Okay, so it's all done now. I'll just take you in for a closer look. Okay, so I've painted the brackets. Obviously fitted the cooler, fitted the braided lines. I've actually replaced the radiator now and the top and bottom hose. Obviously I had the issue with the top hose, so I thought I'd replace the bottom hose as a matter of caution. And when I inspected the radiator, I noticed that it was starting to bulge. So this is the old one. I'm not sure if you can see the profile, but it's bulging at the top, so it's kind of bent back and bulged out. I know normally on 330s you get the sagging at the bottom, but I haven't seen it at the top. So I'm not sure if that was an issue due to losing all the coolant and it getting quite hot and expanding that way. But either way, I had a spare one, so I'll swap that one out. So I'll put the bumper on now and see how she looks. So I've got this little flap just to again try and aid the air flowing through it, and then there's the flap on the bottom which kind of curves down, so again it allows the air to flow through. Not sure how easy that is to see. Let me get a light. A bit better. Let's have a look with the bonnet down. Yeah, quite happy with that. Right, all done now. So that's the power steering fluid changed, a new power steering cooler, a new rad, new fluid, and new top and bottom hose. So we are kind of all good for Rockingham. Just the last few fluid checks and tightening up the wheel bolts and stuff the night before, but other than that we are good to go. So hopefully it will be third time lucky. I'd like to go to Rockingham, have a good day and have zero issues, but we will see. So as always, thanks for watching. If you've liked the vid, give it a thumbs up, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one at Rockingham. Cheers, bye.